Shotgun.
Shotgun, yeah.
That when he's
Week 6 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on Nick Chubb. He's coming off a nice showing last week. Racked up a lot of yards and reached the end.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ball.
Martin Emerson. Credit him with the sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. First carry now. This is Wilson. And they'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Wilson. And the Browns pressure gets to him in time. He's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Fourth down, so long as the punter, Riley Dixon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, you know, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. You can look at this Bronco defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And when those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what'll kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. To throw is Wilson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Chandler Jones, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. Taking it about the 36.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Down inside the 40. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
Throwing, Jones. And it's complete to Martin. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Browns at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. They come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Tim Patrick, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-3 the score. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now Jones. And this is caught by Martin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The road ahead a little bit more difficult now after that pick 6. So dealing with this deficit here, we'll see if he can try to make amends on this drive. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on first down, Jones. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the 38, Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here. It's fourth down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Smith to return it. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Here's Wilson. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at second down.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Wilson.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum going. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a second and 10. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, it's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Browns. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They go play action with Wilson. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Now Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And we'll see what he can do on the return. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this.
After review of the
So
play,
that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Mayfield on first down. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Mayfield. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he will go out right near the 35 got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Throw left side complete. That's Martin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there at 22. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So, barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we come upon halftime with a bit. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. But to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They go play action. Mayfield. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the ball.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
First down, Mayfield. And this one too low.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
They have maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Mayfield going to switch things up here.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still
And
second
now
down.
after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Mayfield looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards. From the red zone now, Mayfield. He's got Hamler on the out route. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
Run, run, run.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now Wilson on 2nd down.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
Got his man, it's Dosich.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again.
He's got Dosich going across the formation.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will see. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. They give it to Williams, running right.
A credit the tackle to Ron Thornhill.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield now. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Randy Gregory, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. chains on 4th down. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now Wilson. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th. This drive becomes very critical. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Martin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Mayfield. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead of give up the middle to Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Pistol.
Now Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 54 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Regular.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Hey, alert!
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Let's roll. It's up to
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
Yeah, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.